Hey everyone, this is Social Security Post, and today we finally have some good news for millions of Americans who depend on Social Security benefits. After weeks of uncertainty and confusion caused by the government shutdown, the 2026 Social Security COLA announcement is officially back on track. For nearly 2 weeks, seniors across the country were left wondering if their cost of living increase would be delayed, if their checks would arrive late, or if this chaos would spill over into the new year. But thankfully, new updates from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and the Social Security Administration confirm that the COLA will be calculated and announced soon, and your January payments will arrive on time. Before we dive into all the key details, I want to welcome our community of seniors, retirees, and people living on SSI and ssdi. If you're new here, please hit that like button. Subscribe to Social Security Post, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update that could directly affect your benefits. And if you have any questions about SSI, SSDI, or the upcoming COLA increase, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I read everyone and personally reply. Let's break down exactly what happened, when to expect your raise, and what you need to watch out for in the weeks ahead. Normally, by early October, we already know the exact COLA increase for the coming year. But this year was different, and it all started with the government shutdown on October 1st. The shutdown sent thousands of employees at the Bureau of Labor Statistics, or BLS, home without pay. These are the experts responsible for collecting and publishing inflation data, which forms the foundation for calculating the annual COLA. Without that data, the Social Security Administration simply couldn't determine how much your benefits should rise to keep up with the cost of living. In short, the entire COLA process was frozen overnight. For many seniors, that delay sparked anxiety. People plan their budgets around these increases. Knowing whether their check will rise even by $40 or $50 can make the difference between affording medicine or groceries. The BLS even posted on its website that the shutdown would halt all data releases, meaning the COLA could not be calculated until after the government reopened. That uncertainty spread quickly, and beneficiaries began to fear that their January 2026 checks could be late. Thankfully, that changed due to public pressure, which we'll talk about next. After the shutdown chaos began, lawmakers and senior advocates stepped in. They demanded that the Department of Labor recall essential workers so the September inflation report could be finished. The message from the public was clear. Retirees couldn't wait weeks or months for this data. Under that growing pressure, the Labor Department finally authorized BLS to recall a small but crucial group of analysts to complete the CPI-W report. That single decision put the COLA process back on track and eased the fears of millions of retirees who rely on timely benefits. What makes this so important is that it shows the power of public advocacy. Without this recall, the Social Security Administration would have been stuck waiting until the government fully reopened. That would have created a domino effect of delayed adjustments, late benefit notices, and confusion among 70 million Americans. Thanks to this intervention, the key inflation data will be released on schedule, and the COLA will be finalized in time to appear in your January payments, without interruption. Mark this on your calendar, October 24th, 2025. That's when the Bureau of Labor Statistics will officially release the September CPI-W data at around 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. This is the crucial report that determines the Social Security COLA for 2026. Once that data drops, the Social Security Administration will immediately calculate the new percentage increase and release the official COLA number later that same day. This means the announcement you've been waiting for, the actual percentage increase to your benefits, is only days away. This timeline also means SSA will still meet all of its legal deadlines. There will be no delay in recalculating checks or updating your benefit notices. It's a major relief for everyone counting on their January payments. And we'll be right here on Social Security Post that morning to cover the announcement the moment it goes live. So again, make sure you're subscribed, because that day could determine exactly how much more money you'll see in your account each month in 2026. Now let's talk about what experts are expecting. Early estimates suggest the 2026 COLA will land somewhere between 2.6% and 2.8%. That might not sound like much, but it translates to about $50 more per month for the average retired worker. For couples receiving Social Security, that could mean an additional $80 to $100 per month depending on income history. These are unofficial projections based on inflation trends from July through September 2025. The exact figure will be confirmed once the final CPI-W number is released on October 24th. To put that in perspective, last year's COLA increase was slightly smaller, reflecting cooling inflation across food and energy sectors, but even modest increases can make a meaningful difference. Every extra dollar helps offset rising housing costs, utilities, and prescription prices. Still, many seniors point out that these increases never quite keep up with the real cost of living, especially with groceries and healthcare climbing faster than average inflation. That's why understanding how your COLA interacts with other programs like Medicare and SNAP is so important. While a 2.6 or 2.8% raise is welcome, it's also important to be realistic. Rising Medicare. Part B premiums and higher deductibles often take a significant bite out of the COLA increase before you ever see it. Many beneficiaries have noticed that when their Social Security check goes up, their net deposit barely changes because of those automatic premium deductions. This is one of the most frustrating realities for retirees. Your COLA is meant to help with inflation, not to be absorbed by rising healthcare costs. The same pattern affects SNAP and SSI recipients. When your Social Security income rises, some benefit programs automatically recalculate eligibility, which can lead to a reduction in food assistance or state supplements. It's an unfair balancing act that feels like gaining in one hand and losing in the other. In upcoming videos, we'll go in depth on how to protect your SNAP and SSI benefits after a COLA increase, including strategies to prevent sudden overpayments or benefit losses. Make sure to stay tuned for that breakdown. It can save you real money in 2026. Here's your quick timeline. On October 24th, 2025, the BLS will release the CPI-W report, and the Social Security Administration will announce the official 2026 COLA percentage that same day. In November and December 2025, you'll receive a notice in the mail or through your online SSA account showing your new monthly benefit amount for 2026. Then, that new amount will take effect with your January 2026 payment, which may be deposited as early as December 31st, 2025 for some SSI recipients, since the government doesn't process payments on federal holidays. Even though the government remains shut down, your Social Security payments are completely safe. Social Security is a mandatory program with its own trust funds, meaning its payments continue regardless of political gridlock. So if you've been worried about your check arriving, rest assured, the funding is not part of the annual budget battle. What matters most right now is that the COLA data release will allow SSA to update payments on time, keeping everything on schedule for the start of the new year. Every time a COLA announcement approaches, scammers step out in full force. You might get text messages, emails, or phone calls claiming to be from the Social Security Department asking for payment or personal information to activate your COLA increase. Let me be crystal clear. The COLA is automatic by law. You never have to sign up, pay a fee, or confirm your identity to receive it. The Social Security Administration adjusts your benefits automatically once the official percentage is published. If anyone asks for your Social Security number, bank details, or a processing fee to release your COLA, it's a scam. Hang up, block the number, and report it immediately to the SSA Office of the Inspector General at oig.ssa.gov. Seniors lose millions of dollars every year to these fraudulent calls, and the scammers are getting smarter, often using fake caller IDs that look like government numbers. Protect yourself and spread the word. Nobody should ever have to pay to get the raise they already earned. Looking ahead, we'll continue monitoring all updates from SSA, the Department of Labor, and Medicare as open enrollment continues through December. Once the COLA announcement is released, we'll break down the full numbers, showing how much extra the average retiree, SSI recipient, and ssdi beneficiary will receive each month. We'll also analyze how these increases might affect taxes, Medicaid thresholds, and state supplements. These are the details that truly determine how much money stays in your pocket. So, here's your next step. Subscribe and turn on all notifications. The Social Security Post community is here to help you stay informed, avoid scams, and navigate every new rule and benefit change. Whether it's Medicare premiums, SSI resource limits, or SNAP adjustments, we'll keep breaking it all down in simple language you can trust. You earned these benefits through years of hard work, and our mission is to make sure you keep every dollar you deserve. As we wrap up, remember that your COLA increase is coming soon, and it's a direct reflection of your years of contribution and patience. You've earned this, and you deserve to see those benefits arrive without confusion or delay. If this update helped you, please like this video, subscribe to Social Security Post, and share it with a friend or family member who depends on Social Security, SSI, or ssdi. And one last thing. If you have any questions about the upcoming COLA, SSI, ssdi, or how this change could affect your benefits, leave them right below in the comments. I'll personally reply to every question and clarify as much as I can in future videos. Thank you for being part of the Social Security Post community. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you right here when the COLA announcement drops on October 24th.